If you have been following conversations within the photography community recently, you may have noticed a subtle but undeniable shift in tone. The usual excitement that surrounds Nikon, rumors, roadmap predictions, strategic leaks, and speculative feature breakdowns, has faded into an unusual quiet. Not long ago, Nikon was dominating headlines with bold releases that restored confidence in the brand. Cameras like the Z9, the widely celebrated Z8, and the retro-styled ZF signaled a powerful resurgence. These models demonstrated that Nikon was not only capable of competing in the mirrorless era but could innovate at the highest level. They reshaped public perception and reminded photographers why Nikon had long been one of the most respected names in imaging. Today, however, the energy feels different. The silence surrounding upcoming releases has grown louder than any official announcement. In an industry fueled by anticipation and rapid development cycles, a lack of information often leads to speculation. At the center of that speculation is the long-awaited Nikon Z7 III. The camera that many assumed would naturally follow the Z7 II has yet to appear. No confirmed launch window, no credible specification leaks, and no official hints from Nikon executives. For a product line that once represented the pinnacle of high-resolution photography within Nikon's mirrorless system, this absence feels increasingly significant. To understand why this situation feels concerning, it helps to revisit the origins of the Z7 series. When Nikon introduced the original Z7 in 2018, it marked a pivotal moment in the company's history. The DSLR era was beginning to decline, and mirrorless systems were rapidly gaining traction. Nikon's Z7 was positioned as a high-resolution, full-frame camera designed for photographers who prioritize detail, dynamic range, and tonal fidelity. It wasn't flawless, particularly in early autofocus performance, but it delivered the color science and image quality that Nikon users had trusted for decades. It signaled commitment to a mirrorless future. The Z7 II refined that concept. With dual processors, improved autofocus reliability, expanded buffer depth, and better operational consistency, it addressed many early criticisms. It became a dependable tool for landscape photographers, portrait specialists, commercial shooters, and studio professionals who valued resolution and precision above all else. The 45.7-megapixel sensor proved versatile and capable, producing files rich in detail and dynamic range. For a time, the Z7 II fulfilled its purpose admirably. But the camera market does not stand still. 5 years in technology is a long time, especially in a segment defined by innovation. While Nikon's flagship Z9 and the highly capable Z8 have captured attention with stacked sensors, blackout-free shooting, cutting-edge autofocus, and strong video performance, the Z7 line appears frozen in place. Competitors have not hesitated. Sony introduced the A7RV, pushing 61 megapixels alongside advanced AI-based subject recognition and impressive image stabilization. Canon's EOS R5 continues to evolve through firmware updates, maintaining relevance as a powerful hybrid camera. Panasonic has strengthened its high-resolution offerings as well. In contrast, Nikon's high-resolution mirrorless body remains unchanged. This gap has prompted several theories about what might be happening behind the scenes. One possibility is that Nikon is rethinking its product structure altogether. The company has experimented with new identities, most notably with the ZF, which embraced a retro aesthetic while incorporating modern internals. Rumors of additional lines or renaming strategies suggest Nikon may be reorganizing its product hierarchy. In such a scenario, the Z7 name could be retired or redefined, replaced by a new designation better aligned with current market expectations. If Nikon intends to reposition its high-resolution segment, the delay could reflect strategic recalibration rather than technical struggle. Another explanation centers on market identity. Historically, the Z7 models have been photography-first cameras. They were designed primarily for still shooters rather than hybrid creators. However, the camera landscape has shifted dramatically. Today, even photography-oriented models are expected to offer robust video capabilities. The term hybrid has become the default expectation. Buyers increasingly want flexibility, strong still performance paired with credible video features. This raises a critical question for Nikon: should the Z7 III remain a pure photography tool, or should it evolve into a more balanced hybrid system? This decision is not trivial. There remains a significant audience of photographers who prefer a camera optimized for stills. They want maximum resolution, exceptional dynamic range, accurate color reproduction, and reliable autofocus without paying for video features they may never use. For these users, a Nikon equivalent to Sony's A7 IV would be highly desirable. A dedicated high-resolution body with advanced stabilization and refined ergonomics could strengthen Nikon's position among professionals focused primarily on photography. Yet Nikon has not clearly signaled whether it intends to serve this niche directly. The prolonged discounting of the Z7 II adds further complexity. Substantial price reductions, promotional bundles, and extended sales campaigns often indicate inventory clearance ahead of a new release. In most product cycles, such pricing behavior precedes an official successor announcement. Yet in this case, the expected successor remains absent. The absence of even reliable leaks has deepened uncertainty. There is also speculation that Nikon's evolving relationship with Red Digital Cinema Technology may be influencing development priorities. By strengthening its cinema ambitions and exploring advanced video pipelines, Nikon could be allocating significant research and engineering resources toward high-end video integration. Flagship models like the Z9 and Z8 already demonstrate this direction, with internal RAW recording and sophisticated codecs. If Nikon is investing heavily in cinema-oriented innovation, it could explain why a photography-centric model like the Z7 III has not been prioritized. This potential shift presents a strategic dilemma. The Z7 line has historically symbolized Nikon's dedication to high-resolution still imagery. It represented the digital continuation of the D850 legacy, a camera revered for its balance of resolution, dynamic range, and reliability. If Nikon shifts entirely toward hybrid dominance without delivering a dedicated high-resolution successor, it risks alienating photographers who remain committed to still imagery. Competition intensifies this concern. Sony's A7 IV offers 61 megapixels, AI-assisted autofocus, and impressive stabilization performance. Canon's ecosystem continues to expand. If Nikon fails to deliver a compelling high-resolution mirrorless body, longtime Nikon users may feel compelled to explore alternatives. Brand loyalty is strong in photography, but it is not unbreakable. Nikon's history also complicates perceptions. The company was initially slow to embrace mirrorless technology compared to competitors. Early Z-series bodies faced criticism for autofocus limitations and single-card slots. Over time, firmware updates and subsequent models dramatically improved performance. The Z9, in particular, marked a turning point, earning widespread praise and re-establishing Nikon's reputation for innovation. That success generated momentum and optimism. Now, with the Z7 III absent, some fear that momentum may be faltering again. If Nikon chooses decisively, delivering a Z7 III that embraces modern sensor technology, refined autofocus, and thoughtful design, it could once again define its category. If hesitation continues, competitors will not slow down. In a market driven by momentum, clarity and action matter. The Z7 III has the potential to restore confidence and reaffirm Nikon's identity as a leader in photographic excellence. The longer it remains unseen, however, the louder the speculation grows.